everyone. Welcome back to Queersome podcast. I'm Kayla.
I'm Emilee.
And today we are introducing Kris. Kris, I don't even know your last name.
Mattingly.
Kris Mattingly.
Well, thanks so much for being on here, Kris.
Yes, thank you
we'll
so
kind of let you take this time to just introduce yourself. Tell us why you're here. Just the connections that we have as well in the industry. And yeah, just introduce life, all of that.
Okay. So my name is Kris. I grew up in a really small town in rural Kentucky, Lebanon. And I moved up to Lexington to kind of do my career in barbering, I'd say in 2022. I started working at the shop October of 2022. I went to barber school at Campbellsville University in Harrodsburg. So had my connections through there. Got connected to Cuts Online Barbershop here in Lexington, and I've been working there ever since. And I'm mainly here to talk about the project I've been working on called Queers with Shears, Queers with Shears, Kentucky. And it is something that's been in the works for a while. It's something I've been wanting to do, and just now kind of bringing that forward and to share it with everybody. It's really exciting.
Yeah. We saw it I think maybe a day before you had the post, everything had kind of come out.
Yeah.
And we were like, what's going on here?
Literally. I texted Kayla, I was like, what is this?
Yeah, we were looking at mutual friends and we were like, okay, what's going on here? And then, yeah, you had posted the main post and we love it. I reached out. I was like, I love the idea. I don't know why we haven't done this before.
That was my thing.
How is that not? I mean, we have tons of Kentucky stylist things, but not queer. And a lot of being a barber, hairstylist, most of us are queer in some kind of way, shape, or form.
I mean, that's the hair industry.
Yeah. And so just being able to have that community in a world that sometimes tries to be a little painted as competitive, and just shouting out everybody. It doesn't matter doesn't matter salons, it doesn't matter barbershops, it doesn't matter any of that. Just literally gifted queers.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I was very surprised that nothing like this existed.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned to me there was an app that has a bunch of queer-related, queer-friendly businesses on it.
Yeah, we've signed up for that.
Yeah. And I was also like, okay, but there's nothing like this. And everyone was like, no, this would be a great idea.
Yeah.
So that was my confirmation. I got to do this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And it's great because it's people can literally take a picture, collab with you, share, and you guys are sharing. It's so easy and to be a part of it and to share it and to have just everybody be able to share the platform of it. And there's been such good hair.
And in my mind, it's really okay, there's hundreds of thousands of people in Kentucky. We can't cut them all.
No.
We can't cut them all.
No.
So I feel like sometimes, hair industry gets this bad
we
apple
own
of their mind not sharing.
We don't own
but
people.
Really it's just we're a community.
Absolutely.
We're artists. We love each other. It's
absolutely, and understanding that everybody has their own more niche thing that they like to do as well, and it's I'm I'll recommend you to Kris for the fade here, or a rainbow color prism or whatever.
Sure.
I'm that's not that's not me. But we are able to show each other and show each other's work in a community that, or you were saying, a lot of people are very these clients are mine, and and we don't own people. People choose us.
I had this client, so the whole idea how this came about. I had a client come in. I'd never heard from them and never met them. They came in, had really long hair. I'm talking low back, very, very long.
Yeah.
And was hey, I'm coming in for a cut, whatever. And I didn't get to see the message, but they came in and we kind of talked about what they wanted. What they wanted was something with a fade underneath, but the top to be cut a certain way.
Yeah.
I'm not very specialized in cutting long hair and layers and shags, and that's not my thing. I do the fades.
For sure.
So I was like, okay, well, I can do the fade part. I will try to cut the top as best I can.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can refer you to someone.
Yeah.
But they wanted a queer safe space. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So when I got done with that service, it took me forever, but that was just because I didn't know what I was doing. They didn't know what they wanted.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was like, okay, well, the next time they messaged me, I was like, hey, I'm getting ready to come in for a haircut. I was like, I'll do the fade, but I won't be able to cut the top. I'll have to send you to someone else. So then I was like recommending them different queer stylists that I knew of.
Yeah.
And they actually came to see me a week or two ago and said, I saw your page. This is so cool. Oh. If this was out there before I came to see you, then this would have changed everything for me. So that's kind of where the whole thing began.
Absolutely. Wow.
And so now everybody's being able to like kind of share and like relate to that story.
And not just for like the hairstylists, it's also for like our clientele, like to know.
It's for everybody.
Absolutely. Like, and like I said, it's just so mind-boggling that we didn't
it's
have
not there.
It's a very like you know, it's why not me? You know?
Yeah. It's awesome. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm very thankful for you setting that up, and I'm eager to see like are there any kind of like long-term goals we have with this, or where we kind of want it to go?
One goal I have, one thing I had a thought was maybe doing some sort of like meet and greet, like little like something on a weekend where like we rent out an event space, invite all the queer stylists from Kentucky who want to be there.
Absolutely.
We meet each other, we talk, we do some headshots.
Yeah.
That way I can kind of do like some features of like stylist of the week and here's their info, how to book with them, where they're from, some about stuff. Because I think clients want to see us as people too. Like, where are you from? What's your hobbies? Like, what do you like to do? Like, like are you my person?
For sure.
Right.
We've been in the industry for a while now. And when we first started in the industry, it was so different because it was so like, just show your hair. Don't have personality. Just hair. And now it's like the complete opposite of like, people like, okay, cool, we get it. You can do a great fade or you can do a great cut. Like now we want to see like who we're connecting with behind the chair.
Like, what are you doing?
Do we have in common? Are you safe?
It's more than a transaction.
Absolutely.
Right.
Like, and so that having that and just being able to like see like you were saying, like a client or a hairstylist, you know, spotlight, like just so the client can see like, oh, like even down to like, I've had people have been like, I saw you had a wiener dog. And I have a wiener dog. And so
we love wiener dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but we're all looking for connection at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And like, we want to have a connection with whoever it is.
Right.
And especially like, yes, maybe we were talking about this before we started, but some of our appointments are an hour, some are 3 hours. But regardless, like that connection can hold on for months, years, for the rest of someone's life. Like, and that's the beauty in what we do.
It really is. Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like how many jobs are there out there in the world where you get to, like, you have that physical touch aspect as well? Like you want to be safe with someone who is going to, like, just be in your zone, like, be in your space, get up in, like, your personal area. Like, it is intimate. Like, regardless of, like...
It's physically and emotionally. Like,
project it to be.
Yeah.
So...
And we go through a lot. And I think having a community of like, I think either you have to be a person who just like deals with people, but it is just we're a different type of breed as hairstylists and barbers and like what we do. And having like a community that like gets it of like sometimes some days are rough and the things they don't really prepare you in hair school of like just dealing with, there's a lot like, and dealing with just like, you know, one client just got married. Yay, let's celebrate. The next client just like divorced. The next client lost a child. Like, and you're just going in and out, back and forth, and trying to make them happy all day. Like, just
it's an emotional roller coaster.
It is. Really like, and we don't talk about that enough. And I think unless you're in this industry, you don't understand that sometimes. Yeah. Like, I feel like sometimes that's even hard for our partners of just I get
100%.
home and I'm like, no, don't talk to me for a second. Like, let me.
It'd be so great to like have like a day where we all just get together and talk. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
We need each other.
We do.
More than I think a lot of people.
All of us are creatives, and I feel like creatives need other creatives. Like, and
we get it.
Yeah,
we get it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
But going off of what you said of it being like an intimate space, so like I know for me, so what even got me into barbering was when I cut my hair off. That was probably in 2018, and I had long hair. I'm talking like probably low back.
Yeah.
And I cut it all off.
Yeah.
My best friends back in Campbellsville, their husband and wife, one of them's a cosmetologist, one of them's a barber. And so they cut my hair off for me, and I would go see him like every 2 weeks for a fade. Like I kept it clean.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of like fell in love with the shop.
Yeah.
And like what that did for me, I was like, this is the best.
It can change your life. It's liberating. Like, especially in like, if growing up in a smaller,
Right. It was my safe space.
Growing up in a smaller town, and if you are queer and things like that, like not seeing a lot of that representation and having a third space, if you will, like, and that's what we always like. Even here at Queersome, that is our goal as well, is like making everybody feel as comfortable as they can.
Right, because it's all in how we present as queer people. It's like presentation is a lot. It means a lot. So you want someone to look at you, and you want to come off like what you really mean, like how you are on the inside, and like presentation, how you feel. And I think appearance is a very important part of our identity.
Oh, absolutely.
And so that's why those spaces are important. Right.
And that's where hair comes. A lot of that is hair.
Like sometimes I see someone with a mullet, I'm like, my gaydar is like going off. I'm like, I know.
Yeah. So
it's like, it's everything. It's awesome. Yeah.
Kayla also had an experience cutting her hair off.
Yeah.
Right.
I definitely I can relate to, I grew up super religious. I never cut my hair until I was 19. And I remember the first time, and I had them take off like 2 to 3 inches. But I remember that happening, and I like was just in tears. I went back in like a week and chopped it into a bob. And then I've had it shaved. I've had it like everything, but it's so like liberating just being able to like figure that out.
And it makes you realize it's not a big deal. It's just hair.
It's just hair.
It's just hair.
And it grows back, and it's fine. And yeah. I love my short hair. Go cut it off tomorrow.
I love it.
It's just hair.
It is just hair.
It is. It is. You did mention barbering challenges in a male-dominated world. Would you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Potentially?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, being in a very male-dominated industry, it's been hard, but it's also been a good hard. Good meaning it kind of affirms like my masculine presenting identity.
Yeah.
Being in a very male dominated career is like, okay, I'm one of the guys, I'm one of the bros, like I can hang. But it's also very hard because, first starting out, it was very hard for me because I literally had someone walk out of the barber shop because I would call their name. I'm like, hey man, are you ready to go? I can take care of you. They're like, nope.
No.
Peace out. I'm going down the street. I don't want you to cut my hair.
Yeah.
So I've had that happen a lot, and that's very hard. You have to just take it and just go on, get the next guy. Yeah. So that's happened a lot. But now, that has kind of turned on me, and I've kind of gotten a little bit of a thicker skin.
Yeah.
And I've gotten to that point now where people are, instead of, I don't want you to cut my hair, and it's turning into, how can I book with you?
Yeah.
So you kind of just have to keep pressing through. You kind of have to keep the hammer down, and you have to let the quality talk for you.
Absolutely. So, and be authentically you.
Right.
And like you said, just let the quality of that work show.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so everything's been great so far. I've had some amazing clients. I've made a lot of good friends. It's been great.
And I always say, like, to every bad, like, there's so much good in, like, getting to, like, transform someone's hair, looks, opinion of themselves, like that it doesn't, obviously that sucks in the the front of it, but like you're like, I don't need your money, and if you're gonna be that way, then
I mean, at first, like when I was just a baby barber, and I'm like, I'll do anything to please you,
absolutely,
and now I'm like, it's not worth my time. You know what I mean?
Take the cape off.
Right. It's like I'm very, very conservative of my energy. That makes sense.
Absolutely.
And what I give that to.
Yeah.
So
I think you have to learn that. That is
a learning curve
you
in our
gotta
industry.
learn that in this industry.
I'm an empath.
Yes, like
whoa,
and
it's hard.
It is really hard. Like just not taking offense to it. Like even if you gave it your best and did your your hardest, like just some people, it is what it is, and you can never change them, and you just gotta move.
And then,
can't make everybody happy.
In the same sense of there's enough people to go around.
There's enough stylists to go around.
There's someone else
enough
for you.
of everyone.
And it's not us.
It's not us.
Get out of here. I'm like, what do you mean?
And that's the beauty in it.
It's like you gotta turn it around and then be like, oh, actually, I'm not cutting your hair.
Yeah, it's hard. I think cutting hair is one thing, but like you said, in school, they don't teach you how to deal with people.
Yeah.
It's like a whole other learning curve.
That should be half of your hours.
A lot of stylists.
Just talking to someone.
Yeah, a lot of stylists, like, when they leave, a lot of that is because of that reasoning.
It's typically not the job. It's the mental load.
It's the mental load of it all, on top of, like, while you're still delivering a job, and then also, like, you could deliver this and it go as well as you wanted it to go, and they could still give you a bad review. Like, there's just a lot of mental load on that I don't think a lot of people they just don't realize if you're not in the industry.
There's a lot of days I get home and I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go out with my friends. I'm a very social person.
Yeah.
I have a big group of friends, and it's like, I want to do all these things with them, but then I get home from work and I'm like, I need like a decompression, like time. Like, I'll go to the gym, put my headphones in.
I commute, and that is my time. I will literally pull up in the drive, and the music hasn't been on. I've not, I've just literally gone disassociated for a little bit.
That's what I do too.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the noise canceling over the ear headphones.
Just ignore it all.
Like, I don't even have anything going on in there.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to do that. I think you have to figure, like, that has to be.
You got to find what your decompression is. The gym is great.
Gym is good.
It is really great.
Yeah. Just some silence.
Or just anywhere. Literally anywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Kris, tell everyone where they can follow you, and Queers with Shears, all your little handles, and make sure to follow them.
So my barbering account is at Kris X Cuts, KRISX Cuts, and then Queers with Shears. Queers with Shears KY is just at Queers with Shears KY, and you can follow that. If you're a barber or stylist, you can follow that account, tag me, invite me as a collaborator on your posts. From what I've found, I think the only way I can upload your post onto the page is if you actually invite me as a collaborator.
Okay.
If you just tag that page, all I can do mostly is just put it on my story.
Okay. Sure.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So invite me as a collaborator, follow. If you're a client, share that with your friends. If they're queer, or just follow it just to support.
Yeah.
I do all the fades and stuff, but you guys kill the cuts and color. That is not me. I wish I could, but that's not me.
You kill the fades, so that's not us.
Everyone has their thing.
Everyone has their thing.
Right, yeah. So, yeah.
Perfect.
Well, and remember to also follow, subscribe on YouTube here, but also we've got Instagram and TikTok, so make sure you're following us there. We'll put all the tags for everyone and everything, in our description. Kris, thank you so much for
thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you. It's been fun.
Yeah. We'll plan a day as well.
Yes.
I'm like, I want to do more.
I'm down.
Yeah. And like we always say,
Call us if you need us.